They both stared at her now. Ella hid behind her arms. The sudden attention made her uncomfortable. The only people she normally interacted with were a rotating staff of regular nurses, and they usually didn't find her so cute after she had sunken her teeth into the flesh of their arm. Rose was the only one who had been up for the challenge, and she had learned very quickly to wear long sleeves. "Well, I better get this little one home. She looks beat," Heather said. Ella nodded, wanting nothing more than to just curl up in bed. "Before you go, since you were such a trooper, would you like a treat?" The lady held out a box towards Ella's direction. Ella looked blankly at her, followed by Heather. Her new mom smiled and gave her a nod of encouragement. Ella slowly stood up, grimacing as she hobbled over to the chorus of "Os" and "Poor thing." Without looking, she pulled out the first thing her hand came in contact with. It was a ring pop. She smiled weakly, placing her palm on her chin before moving it outward. "Thank you," was only one of the few things she knew how to properly sign. The rest she tended to mime out the best she could. "Fake it till you make it," as Rose used to say. Danielle rose to her feet. "Can I have one too?" The secretary glanced up, looking surprised as if noticing Danielle's presence in the room for the first time. "They're for the younger kids." She hurriedly thrust the box back under the desk and busied herself with paperwork. "Oh," Danielle said softly. For a split second a look of hurt flashed across her face at the abrupt denial. Ella wondered for a brief moment if she had imagined it as well as it had come and gone as quickly as the earlier look of malice. It's okay, we always go out for Baskin-Robbins after." She held up her bandaged arm for clarification. "Not today, Danielle, I need to get Ella home," Heather said, turning to leave. "We have plenty of junk food at home." Ella felt a small surge of gratitude. Unless that trip to Baskin-Robbins included a scoop down the back of her pants, the thought of ice cream sounded about as unappealing as Paige walking through that door and saying she couldn't leave until she pooped one more time. She felt even more grateful when Heather scooped her up after she saw her attempting a painful waddle. The sour look stayed on Danielle's face a few seconds longer than last time, before returning to its usual self, albeit with a tinge of a frown. Ella had to hand it to her. She could sure bounce back. Maybe she felt as terrible as Ella did and decided ice cream didn't sound that great after all. "I'm supposed to watch what I eat anyway. I've got soccer tryouts next week. Fingers crossed, right?" Danielle said to the secretary. She got no reply. 3 strikes and she was out. By the time they made it to the car, Ella took back her original assessment. Danielle looked absolutely heartbroken. They rode in silence for the next 10 minutes as Ella closed her eyes, grimacing at every bump in the road. When the car stopped, she lifted her head expecting to be in their driveway, but instead found herself in the drive-thru of a Walgreens. "Will you stop sulking?" Heather said suddenly, sounding irritated. "I am not sulking," Danielle snapped back. "You act like it's the end of the world every time you have to get a simple test done." "I was dizzy and I fell." "No, what you did was put on a show," Heather said, her voice rising. "Everything went dark, I got scared." Danielle mumbled. "You're the big sister now. You should be setting a good example. Ella put you to shame in there. I'm sure she didn't have fun with what she had to do, but you didn't see her crying about it. You need to start acting your age. You're almost 13.